What up, Dokkaners? Dragon Ball Daima, the big celebration to commemorate the release of Dragon Ball Daima, is going to be happening in Japan tonight. So this video is going to be going over this website here and going more specifically into what is probably going to be happening for Dokkan, because none of this news is going to be broadcast. This is not going to be live stream. Contrary to popular belief, I also kind of thought that some of this stuff would be done live. Obviously, the Daima screenings would not be, because that would be ridiculous. But the other stuff I thought maybe would have been broadcast. It is not going to be. So whatever news comes from this, from anybody who attends the event, we'll have to, scour the interwebs, check Twitter, social media. We'll see if there's any news. I will share it with you guys in another update video. But if we look at the timing for Dokkan, it just so happens to be at a time that we are very familiar with. For me, it is 1 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. For Japan, it would be 5 p.m. So the usual time that we would get news is basically when we should be getting news for Dokkan. What is that going to be? Well, let's discuss. So this is the Japanese website, dragonballdaima.com/Daimatsuri, and this is basically going over and previewing the upcoming event. This is going to be happening for 1 day only, and obviously I can't go because I don't live there. But I just kind of want to see whatever they have in here, because I actually have never seen this website before. So here's the screening. 3 different versions of the screening. They have the cast that's going to be there, so that's cool. This is what the stage is going to look like. Okay, this is very reminiscent of the New York Comic-Con Daima trailer that they revealed. Okay, so here's the schedule. Here's the roadmap for how they're going to be doing this. Well, not roadmap, but this is like what the whole event convention hall looks like. So this is the main stage. Dokkan and Legends will have a place right here. Sparking will be here. I'm assuming this is going to be like the screening area for Daima. Kids Corner, toys and hobbies, some merch, obviously. Okay, welcome zone, super divers. So each game has its own like little booth, and the mobile games would be in one little area. Okay, you can participate in the card game tournament and the digital version trial session. Oh, that's cool. Okay, super divers booth. I'm actually very interested in this, because as the successor to Dragon Ball Heroes, I want to see what these guys have planned for us in terms of like the future of the arcade lineup. Maybe they even introduce a potentially new promotional anime. I don't know if they will. Maybe it's too soon for that, since they just wrapped up the Ozoto arc in Heroes. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero booth. Experience the 3D fighting action game early at the venue. Probably just playing the demo. Okay. Experience the digital card game. Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle and Legends. Come to the venue and draw a giant gacha to win some great prizes. Are they gonna do like a real life summon screen? That would actually be really cool. I hope somebody takes a picture of this. If it is something like that, I need to see that. Toy and hobby, merch stuff, plastic model experience session. You get to build Goku. They're gonna have a site. They're gonna have a booth for the Dragon Ball official site. There will be a screening for the first episode. Click for more details. Omatsu Geppy, the main producer of Dragon Ball Z. Who's Geppy? I know who Omatsu is. I don't know who Geppy is. This is a Google auto translate, so this might not be entirely accurate. But Omatsu and Toshi. Whoa, 2 goats in the same booth? That might be too much for the universe to handle. Okay, so Omatsu, Toshi, and one other person. I don't know if this is supposed to say Geppy or maybe Koto or somebody else. I don't know. So at least these 2 are going to be there. There's got to be some news. There's got to be some news. This is what I think is going to happen. I think after all of the festivities at the booth ends, we will get a Dokkan Now video on social media. I think that's what's going to happen. And then that will talk about whatever's coming up. This also kind of gives me vibes of Dragon Ball Heroes, because whenever Heroes, we were approaching the Heroes celebration in years past, we would always have some sort of a teaser announced at one of these live events. Before, it would be something Heroes related, but this time maybe they not only talk about Daima, but they also talk about other stuff coming up for Dokkan. Maybe not necessarily at this event or at this booth, but in that video. So I feel like not just Daima news, but we might also get some other stuff for Heroes, which would be pretty cool. Also, Legends is going to be celebrating Daima. They've had a countdown in their game for a while now. Dokkan has not had any such thing, so that is a little suspect, but maybe we still get whatever Legends gets. And as far as it just being like a free-to-play, I wouldn't mind that. If it's summonable, it's possible. Actually, looking at the stone, let me pull up the stone date here. From Wednesday, October 2nd to Monday, October 14th at 7:59. Oh, that's interesting. Wait. Does the campaign end at 7:59? Wait, okay. So the campaign, like the login bonus ends at the usual like global reset time, but the stone sales are ending at JP's reset time. That's interesting. So if October 14th is when the stone sale ends, then I don't know if this is necessarily going to be a summonable character related celebration for Daima. Maybe. Okay, let's go through the rest of this. Okay, here's some merch. Promotional pack for Fusion World or Super Divers. Oh, Super Divers. Okay. Muscle Tower mug. That's pretty cool. Some collectibles. Is there anything else for Dokkan? Ticket types. Okay, so that's it. That is it for whatever they said nothing in Dokkan. Also, by the way, for those of you who are curious, Daima may be having early screenings on October 6th in Japan. The official release date is the 11th, but Netflix is actually going to be releasing the show as well, starting October 14th in Asia and globally October 18th. So while October 11th is going to be when it releases in Japan, and most people will probably have already seen it if they really want to, it will have a global release October 18th. I believe this might also include the dub. So for anyone who wants to watch this in the dub, I want to watch it in both because the GOAT Stephanie Nadolny is coming back. So yeah, that's going to be a fun time to look forward to. But that's it there. Now, before we wrap this up, I want to talk about some other possible dates that things could be happening in Dokkan, because we still have a lot of things to drop in the month of October. While we have the change of summon format, the green coin, aka the Dokkan Festival Pity, which I'm hoping most of you probably didn't even indulge in, we still have all 4 of these things to cover, and they have to happen before October is over. Now, October just started, so there's still plenty of time, but I would think that they would want to drop this stuff sooner rather than later, especially since there's really not a whole lot of stuff happening in Dokkan right now. Version Z mission updates, making the missions easier for people to access the Version Z Goku, including all of the other TUR free-to-play units that are also now going to be available along with the Version Z LR Goku. Could there potentially even be an EZA coming up with that Version Z unit? Because one of the points that they made in this video was the fact that the Version Z Goku unit is hard to obtain for new players who are still jumping into the game for the first time. And also, now this unit doesn't really have what it takes to compete in some of the newer content. So they could be providing some sort of an easy or some sort of an update, or perhaps even a retcon for what the unit can do. So I am looking forward to seeing that. Character details and icons in battle. So this is an important one, the UI update, to make the game easier to understand and break down in real time what's happening with your character, seeing the characters and how many times they've guarded, launched attacks, super attacks, things like that. All of those things need to drop. And then Bardock's Dokkan Awakening. We don't know what Bardock's Dokkan Awakening is going to look like per se. And oh, you know what? Have we covered both of the anniversaries? I think we have covered both. So the missions that we had for the coin collecting campaign, we already covered because they said you had to use characters that were obtainable from, I think, the 2nd anniversary or earlier. So we've already covered that part. But yeah, this and then the UI updates are really what people need to have before October is through. So when could we possibly see that happen? So looking through the Autumn Dokkan Festival campaign details, only a few dates stand out to me. Number 1, October 14th. That is 12 days after the start of part 1. And that could mean a part 2 is coming up. In spite of the fact that a Daima celebration could be happening somewhere in the middle, maybe they cram this in between October 1st and October 14th. This is just a tentative date. Maybe they give us 1 week of part 1, 1 week of Dragon Ball Daima, 1 week of part 2. This is not an uncommon practice for Dokkan, as global players have been experiencing this firsthand over the last few months, especially with global trying to catch up. So this is entirely in Dokkan's playbook. Another date that we could potentially be seeing some stuff is even earlier, October 10th, which is right before Daima's official release and Sparking's official release. So back during the worldwide celebration details, there was a special background music that was going to be played during certain events. Now on the home screen, the music is gone, but this one for the Extreme Z Battle, this one is going to be going away after, it says right here, until the update after Thursday, October 10th. They explicitly say update. So this might be the update that we are talking about when it comes to all of this stuff. And if so, that would be perfectly in line with Daima. So October 10th could be a very sensible time to place all this stuff. All the UI changes and Daima. And then the last one would be the end of the Dragonstone recalibration promotion. I still want to do a video closer to the end of this, just reminding people about it. But here's another reminder for you. This is a very rare time where Dokkan cuts down the cost of recalibrating unit from 5 stones to 1. Either you have a copy of the character or you spend 5 Dragon Stones. It used to be, I think, 10, right? It used to be a very expensive thing. It still is, and it's not something that I would advise players to do. But for 1 Dragon Stone as opposed to 5, that is something that I would recommend some people do. Even though it does cost you Dragon Stones, it would cost you 5 times more. This goes away October 20th. Now, I feel less confident about anything dropping after this in terms of like Daima or those updates, because they probably want the version Z Goku, all the T-War characters to be obtainable during this time, because I believe when version Z first started in 7th year, we had the same promotion happening when version Z Goku first came out. So I feel like this has to be just an end date, not really a start date for something. I think version Z has to be out well before this is over. And if it does end up being what I think is probably October 10th, October 11th, that would give players about 9 to 10 days to recalibrate more characters, even free to play if they really want to, as well as other summonable characters. So those are the only dates that I could really find. If there's anything else, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. But something's coming. Something is coming. And even if it's not something that we necessarily need to summon on, something interesting will be coming up. Because while sparking is going to be dominating the news cycle for a little while, I'm still going to be covering Dokkan. And I do hope that Dokkan does give us some moderately interesting things. It's not going to be at the same level as Worldwide, and there will be more of an emphasis on sparking initially when the game comes out. But I still want Dokkan to thrive. I still want Dokkan to do well during these quote-unquote down periods. And I believe that sparking and Daima can play a major part in giving Dokkan some sort of a crossover celebration, some sort of collaboration that can keep the intrigue there while most people are checking out Sparking Zero and watching the new anime. So that is it for now. I got nothing else. And I don't really know what I'm going to be doing for Dokkan content in the interim. So yeah, we'll see what happens in terms of Dokkan videos. Maybe I do a couple best superclass teams in the game. I'll just do like various runs with various teams, but we'll have to see. Post some ideas in the comments down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Leave in the comments your thoughts on what is going to be coming up for Dokkan in the next couple of days and how the rest of the month is going to be shaping up for you. Are you looking forward to Sparking and Daima? Are you going to be pivoting to those things for the foreseeable future, or are you still going to be maining Dokkan no matter what is going on? Let me know what you guys think. If there's anything else that I missed, let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you, the YouTube, know you're going to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.